Welcome back to DAVEspn. It's Sunday, July 14? July 14. We are at South Kitsap Bank Stadium, South Kitsap High School. And we have a non-league match today against International FC or FC International?
FC International.
FC International. Naturally, I'm joined here on the bench by the abbot to my Costello, Mr. Caleb Tucker. And it's, what do you think it is today? It's about I'm going to say 88. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm over 85.
92.1, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in that.
Pretty warm. And so we should expect to see maybe some slippage on the Cork Crumb field. We're coming off of a disappointing loss, but let's see if we can rebound today. The lineup today has a few new names that we have not seen before. We'll call them out when and if they take the field for some playing time. Otherwise, we'll catch you at the kickoff. So we finished up a mini camp before the match today. Some of our mini campers are enjoying their time still on the field. Kicking the ball around, they're probably going to walk out with the team. We're waiting patiently for our opponents to arrive, making a little conversation. Some of these guys know some of their guys. It's Summer League.
How many kids on the team?
There are 9 out there. 9 white. We have 11. Oh, there's 10. There's 11.
Just enough.
Maybe they're going potty in the bushes.
Yeah.
All right, the teams have been introduced. The referees have synchronized their watches, compensated for the curvature of the earth. They will unfurl their flags, take note of the wind direction, explain the rules as the captains approach. There'll be a brief review. No biting, no eye gouging. Kicking is encouraged, kicking of the ball. They play 45 minutes a half.
45 minutes a half, Dave.
45 minutes a half, and at halftime they switch sides.
Kind of weird though. It's not like the regular clock. It's they have it on the field, so they play usually more than 45 minutes.
They do. They get a little stoppage time.
A little stoppage time.
There's some college leagues now that are actually stopping the clock, giving the referee the the discretion to hold up his arms in an X shape and stop the clock for injuries and whatnot. I kind of like that.
It's how I used to play growing up, for
Yeah,
sure. The
yeah.
referee would clearly indicate stopping the clock.
To the timekeeper, and then you'd have no stoppage time. So
They tried to
the
take
time
it.
ran out.
They tried to take it off the field and away from the referees, and I think it's leaning. We're on the downside of that curve, and they're trying to trust them a little bit more again. They've earned our trust and respect.
I'm all in favor of that. Now, if we can just get them to do hockey substitutions on the fly.
So I thought this would be a perfect game to try that out.
Yeah.
Of course, for the visiting team, their bench is empty.
They've got 11 and no more. Meanwhile, our bench is
Just enough.
chock full. So who do we got up top here starting the match? Number 21.
So Dom's starting us off up center forward. You got Derek Schaefer on the right, and
Okay.
21 should be
Nurmi.
That's gonna
Robert
be-
Nurmi
that's
in
gonna be a
on
new
the near
name and a
side
new look.
here. We will get to enjoy the soccer stylings of Robert Nurmi in his debut. Dom Aloha Pajimola from the Big Island. And who's that on the far side? Is that Devano? On the far side? Who is that?
No, that's Schaefer. That's Derek Schaefer.
That's Derek Schaefer. Okay, he's a new guy too. So with Pat Leonard experimenting here in this non-league match. The back line looks familiar though. I can tell the redhead Connor the Barbarian is in, and Liam Miller is booting it downfield. Liam is back from cultural studies in Italy. And it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Shielded all the way out with Robert pressuring, but with the wind to POFC's backs at the first, that one rolled out.
Who's in goal for us? Back in goal is Jordan Haddon. I wonder if they'll go, I wonder if they'll switch at halftime.
So we're starting out with Austin in goal on our side.
Oh, okay, I'm
and
sorry.
I do expect to switch at halftime, kind of no matter. Robert on the ball, trying to get it up to Eli Gish. International resets after running into back line. Held down by Liam Miller and Porter, number 20 in the middle.
Porter Herbig.
Kai Fall is on the left, wearing number 13, and I've not seen our right back yet. Might be Jeremy Ford. Long
It's
cross.
going to go straight out of bounds. Kind of an adrenaline. Too much adrenaline on that.
Now we're settling into the game, Dave.
So Liam's in there. Do you see his brother, Seamus?
I did
Anywhere?
not.
I think he's rostered today. It would be interesting to see the brotherly telepathy at work. Maybe later.
Back to Liam, looks for the switch, but goes back all the way to Austin. Porter in support, and Kai Fall on the winger. Gets it up to Kai. Has to re-rack it. Porter looks up for Robert, but intercepted and out for a blue throw. Porter in space, but looks to get a little bit of movement by pushing it to the center. Back over to Eli. Turns it back around to Porter. Good patience for POFC, and really, if you don't have subs on the other side, make them run a little bit, chase the ball, and wear them down. Liam looking for Derek Schaefer there on the right, and slides it past him for an international throw.
Goalie looks to be well over 6 feet tall for international. What do you think?
6'1" 3/4" from my guess here. Unscientific measurement on that one.
I trust you.
There's first slip. Little touch ball in the middle, intercepted by International. Another slip. They're going to have to get used to this field.
I think our mini campers are doing double duty as ball boys, shagging balls from out of bounds. kept in? No. Out.
Brandon Durr tried to turn that up the field and pop it up for Robert, and just came a little sideways off his foot for an international throw.
Where does international call home? Do you got any idea where their home field is?
Slightly southeast of here. It's actually looking that up. I need to double check that maybe at halftime. Long ball through. Porter gets a foot out, drops it over to Liam. Liam finds Connor in the middle. Play a little small ball while Liam puts Robert on
the top.
Keeper out of his box to clear it out. Thankfully to an international player, they keep it in play. Connor finds some space in the middle. And he looks for a through ball for Dom. Dom's on, but just at the edge of the box. Keeper's able to pick it up. So, well-run line by International right now. Brandon reaches out.
That's going out.
Some good early movement from POFC in the back, and then some movement there in the center to create a couple of those through ball chances. I feel like Connor's seeing the field really well right now. Dom pushed from behind, little grab, but a little slip. So ref's gonna let that go in this friendly.
Not sure I recognize any of these refs from any previous matches. It's probably a good thing.
Liam holds it, the center back. Small ball. Quick check run by Connor. Moves some opening in the center, but POFC looks to use the sides. Kai Fall on a long run. See if he can get past the one defender. Does get past the one defender. The defender has to touch the ball, touches it back to the keeper. Not enough POFC to pressure. They're going to look to trap on the left side. And between Eli and Robert, push it across the field.
Who was that with that stab?
This is Eli Gish with Robert Nurmi as well, applying the pressure. International's looking long for a possible through ball, doesn't see anything, so pushes it back, switches, changes the attack. Through the first line of defense, splits the defense. International gets through and has some openings on the right. Kai Fall's got to get back in front of this. Right now it's open shot on the goal. Ends up long, waiting long.
Offside?
No, it's going to be a handball is what it looked like.
Oh boy.
International crossed it to the middle, bounced up, and
kind of dodged a bullet there.
Really did.
I think, is it Kai Paul playing over on this side? Maybe he was out of position.
He pushed up trying to run that edge and then didn't get help coverage back. They didn't shift up for him. Connor pushes to Derek Schaefer, a 1-2 with Brandon. Durr off the back of a defender, stays in play. I want to see Schaefer take the line on this and then provide service. There's the move. Can he get around? Not quite.
Is that a corner?
Oh!
No.
Unfortunately, yeah. Questions from POFC, but it's a friendly, so we'll let those minor ones go, Dave.
Well, maybe you will, but that'll keep me up tonight. That'll bug me the whole night. I'm not going to get any sleep. Those bad calls like that.
Sporting looks left, pushes it up. Liam Miller tracks underneath it, but it's flicked over. No internationals there. Porter moves it over to Kai Fall, and just off the end of his foot, was unable to control. It'll be a white throat. Kai was just slightly moving back and couldn't get on his front foot.
That's going to be a foul on number 13.
Kai Fall.
Kai.
Sporting quickly switches play, but is trapped on that right side and has to try to push it back. They do have, again, right side staying real close to the touch line. Going to try to make runs. Jeremy Ford steps in front of that one. Sporting, though, or correction, International controls it in the middle. Looks for a through ball. Taken away by POFC. Connor's there. Jeremy looks for Pajamola through the middle. The only one up high right now. Wide open middle for International right now. And they're looking to play from the back line to the front line. Brandon Durr carries it up into space, open, sees the shot, keeper's in front of it, and even though spills it a little, keeps it close and gathers. Short roll out to his right. Sporting with a nice check run and move again.
Offside.
Great move by International, but as they push it out to the right side, get caught in the offside trap. That's twice coming from the right side that there's been chances for sure. Yeah. So it's been pointed out that International has some late shows, and looks like 3 and maybe one more on the bench already, so they might have some subs
That's good.
in the future. Yeah, absolutely. Brandon Durr makes a run through. Eli Gish looks to find him, hits him on the feet, but heavy touch bounces back to International. Liam Miller up from the back, takes it off the feet in the center. Great move. Brandon
Durr gets called for the foul, but Liam will take risks like that, and most of the time they pay off.
Saw the weak pass through the middle and understood that he could get there. Heavy cross, popped up by Herbig in the middle.
Kind of
Kaya underneath it.
kind of got a little push in the back, but that's okay. It's a contact sport.
Again, Liam Miller steps through, looks for Dominic, raises his arms for him, puts it to the left side, but just a little in front of him.
Way out.
Keeper tried to pass it to the middle, still into danger, and flicked on. Kai Fall pushes it up, but no control yet. Off Brandon Durr, popped into the air. Sporting tries to bring it down and reset it. They might look to switch fields of play here, as POFC tries to trap him over on that side. There's the switch. And
Whoa.
have to run it down.
He's going to keep that in, but probably be talking to his teammate about that at halftime. In this heat, I don't think you need that extra 30 yards of running.
Again, the back line looking up. International, it's a third heel flick that I've seen from them, putting their runners on. Connor has support to his left, but looks for a through ball onto Brandon Durr. Flag goes up.
Offside.
Brandon Durr comes out of the midfield and takes that right side winger run and gets called for it. I'm seeing if he's still playing midfield or if he and Schaefer switched. Looks like he just stepped up, saw the open space. Through to the left, Jeremy Ford's got to deal with this one and an overlap. Does push him back, makes him go backwards. International holds 2 on their back line for the most part. Got a runner on the right. Skyfall steps in front of it. It's slipped by Robert. Sporting runs in to win that 50-50 and has a runner through. Gets it past Porter, but the flag goes up.
Offside.
Liam Miller stepped just in time as that run was going behind Porter to catch him offsides. Restarted by Austin Valdez out to Liam Miller. Connor in support. Does check it to Connor. Gets some movement from International. Try to open the field up. Derek Schaefer makes a run down the line. Everybody looks for him. Pushes it past Kai, but a little bit of bouncing ball in the middle, and International controls. Switches field of play.
There's Connor. El Barbero, as he is known, south of the border.
Pushed far up the wing for Dom to run onto. Keeper's out, going to try to shield it all the way out, and does for a goal kick. Nurmi to pressure and push it to the right. Eli Gish has to come help trap with Kai Fall on that back right side. I don't see anything moving, so change it up.
Out of bounds. Blue throw. Who's going to get there first? The ball boys are sprinting. We can't wait to find out. We'll have to leave some updates later.
Ball on to Dom. Dom flicks it back up into the middle, pressured from behind and taken away, pocket picked. He's looking for a run from maybe Derek Schaefer there, but unable to control before the ball was taken back by International. Jeremy Ford pops the ball up to Durr. Durr and Schaefer and Ford form a triangle. And just Derek Schaefer's run into by International. Helped up by International, though. Everybody's...
a throw or a foul?
It's going to be a foul. So far, a real friendly game. True to fashion.
Loudon right along the carpet to
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Schaefer's still on the ball.
Schaefer, yeah.
When he gains an edge on that outside, he can swing it in really quick. He's got a really quick move on the touch line. They usually can get him around one, either to provide service or to dribble it himself into the center. Throw into Dom, in between two. Sporting's got one up. Porter's got to step up, and an overlap on his left. He finds the overlap into open space. Liam Miller and Jeremy Ford are going.
Saved by Austin Valdez.
International gets off the shot. Saved by Austin. Quick counterattack. Schaefer's on sides, has Dom and Robert in. Dom holds controls, but it's right into a International player. Brandon Durr looks to bring it down and continue the play, continue the attack. Drops it back to Connor. Connor looks at the goal, pushes it in, and blocked off. Connor heads back in. Brandon Durr's going to be offsides if he touches that, so he lays off. And International's just trying to get it out of trouble. Oh, wow. Dom with a touchback to Durr. Durr sees Robert Nurmi running in on the left side, finds him on the foot, but a heavy touch by Robert, not on the goal. Puts it out for a goal kick.
Ball to control.
That was a fast chicken, Dave.
Yeah. Did not touch the old onion bag.
Did not. Into the 18th minute now.
0-0.
And again put on.
Offsides.
Kai felt him on his back and just kept him in an offsides position, making sure that his center backs also were in front of him. Worked out. Into Connor, back to Porter. Support from Eli and Connor. Connor holds it, has Liam and Porter in support. Not heavy pressure though, and finds Eli Gish in the middle. Gish into some space, finds Schaefer on the right side. Quick give and go with Dominic, and just out in front, Dominic holds his head and knows he missed an opportunity for Derek streaking up the sideline there.
Get up.
POFC wins the high ball in the middle.
Loudon's been winning those 50-50 balls so far early in this match.
Austin calls for the leave. Has to play it with his feet. He's just right outside the box and flips it out of bounds.
For a white throw.
Good communication, though.
Excellent job by the ball shagger.
Robert pressures. Bad cross touched by Schaefer with a slip.
Slip on the crumb.
Onto Eli Gish, back to Connor. Connor finds Derek Schaefer on the right side again. You got Brandon Durr running the line.
Just couldn't tightrope it on that sideline, but
that right-hand sideline, I think they must have moved it in overnight because
maybe the line's
3 or 4.
The line could be crooked.
Number
19. Who's number 19 again?
Number 19 is Brandon Durr.
Okay, so Durr, I think, was looking for that ball coming up the sideline.
Connor got it to Derek Schaefer. Derek Schaefer looked up, and you had a cross run, diagonal run by Brandon Durr. Inside overlap from International into the middle. Miller's there, but not out of trouble. Continues on. Kai's got to come back to slow the play down. Open space and looking for a center service. One touch and touch from behind by Brandon Durr, and it's going to be called.
Could have called that with Braille. I think he couldn't pull up fast enough.
It's going to be a dangerous free kick for International.
This is definitely not a good spot.
Austin's looking to set up his defense wall to the left, so he can cover the right side of the goal. International puts 2 over the ball, lefty and a righty. We'll see who ends up taking it for a little bit of confusion. And a third goes back. This looks like it's going to be a direct kick unless they've got another idea. International's going to do a quick substitution on the back line.
What are we waiting on?
There was a substitution, but I thought they already came on. They're just making sure. And here we go. Left goes over, right hand. Austin sees it coming over the wall, palms it down and collects. Porter in support on his left, Liam on the right. Eli Gish comes back for a check run. He's got Brandon Durr also to his right. Moves it to Liam. Liam looks up quickly onto Schaefer for a run on with Dom in support. Schaefer tries to flick it over to Dom with the head ball. Gets through! Keeper down, leg save. Not a great look for the International defense, but got it out of trouble and are looking to counter quickly on the left. Have 4 up in offense. Off Liam Miller's back. They try to get it past him again.
Offside
Flicks it out with his foot. Lets the offense run past to an offsides position and gets the call.
Brandon Durr gambled with that slide.
Midfield
basically
slide.
Took himself right out of the play, and then Miller was back there.
Jeremy Ford controls on the right after the free kick.
Is that Ford over on the right
It
now?
is.
Yeah.
Schaefer touches it back to Eli Gish. Eli Gish up to Dominic, who comes back for it. Dominic in between 2, fights through one, runs into the second one without touching the ball, and so it's going to get a call. International disagrees, but that was a pretty good collision. Connor on the ball. POFC has 4 up for the attack. I'd like to see this floated right over the 18 and see if somebody can get a head or a foot on it. Keeper's at his 6-yard box. There's the float. Just try to get it over, and good on International to get a foot on that. Trying to quickly counterattack. Now it's a one-on-one. Porter goes down. If he misses that, there's nobody else between him.
Yeah, he's a hero now, but if he misses that,
Run by Kai Fall on the left side.
Here comes a counter punch, yeah. But he's a hero for that one, I'll tell you. Stop your replay, hit pause, rewind, watch that over again, boys and girls. That's how you slide tackle.
Dom looks to fight around one, it looks for support, has kind support, but ball ends up rolling out.
Wait, Mom, are these all new?
International avoids the trap up the left side again.
No resistance.
Overlap into an offside position, so International's got to bring it to the center to kind of reset. Switches field of play, but is pressuring with 4 to 5 up on the front line. Overlap from the right defense. He's looking to service in. Does serve it in. International gets a foot on it. Unfortunately, leaning back a little bit and puts it over the goal. And on that, we're going to get a hydration break.
A hydration break. All right. Well, I'm going to take the opportunity to hydrate myself. What about you?
Would love to find a frosty beverage, Dave. Hunter?
There's the whistle. We're back after the hydration break.
Let's go, Dom. Under Robert's foot, Dom's got 2, and Schaefer's running on. Dom does find it, but does not get it over the center of the defense.
Nice header by the defender.
Right past Brandon Durr, but he was pushed when he was going onto the ball. They did see. Wow.
Oh, you got to get a yellow for that.
A little less friendly.
Yeah, come on.
Referee.
Well, I mean, if you're going to behave like a middle schooler, I guess you got to expect the crowd's going to get on you about that.
Hunter and Liam on the ball. 4 to pressure with 2 in trail for POFC. Ref calls him back the full 10 yards. And I'd like to see a direct shot on goal. Liam up, steps over it. He's not really left-footed. Connor with the right foot over the wall, and keeper didn't see it probably till late, and so ends up punching it out. Derek Schaefer looking to keep it on in bounds, and just a poor first touch. It goes off his thigh out of bounds for a white throw.
Yeah.
A keeper had to parry that one away.
I was going to say, not a bad.
Well laced into the bottom right corner, but a little bit easier, a little off the ground for the keeper to be able to get over to it.
Not bad. Yeah, I think his father's been working with him on that shot. Or as he's known south of the border, El Padre de El Barbero.
Oh wow, got a lucky call there. So Eli Gish with a last chance touches it into International's hands. I expect
Handball,
Connor.
Connor, 3 points.
Connor sees the goalkeeper trying to set up his defense and sitting at his 6. Keeper did try to scramble back, just didn't happen to be on goal. It's a good idea.
He's a thinking man's player.
Well, it's the fast thinking that impresses me. Thinking I can do. Quickly on the field is tough. International looks again to push it up to the right. Guys tracking their right winger. Make sure he doesn't get too far, but International's got to reset it to their left. Trapped by Connor and Schaefer, they get through it, so get some space on that side. Another heel flick again to be able to move it to the center to put on. Flag comes up late. I mean, it was like 3 minutes ago that this play was happening. Flag does come up, and for the offsides.
Yeah, we've seen how many offsides now? It's like 4.
Yeah. Both teams are keeping, it's not a high line, it's just a very tight line, both of them. Liam quickly up to Connor. Connor's got Gish in support. Gish has a little bit of time and space, gets it back to Miller. Miller's going to pick his head up, has Herbig over to the left. Kai's dropping back a little bit. I want to see a run on this left-hand side. Brandon Durr comes back to take it, but really not as much discussion.
Yeah. Offside, 17.
Robert does find Derek Schaefer over on the right side, but Schaefer had just cheated a little bit ahead and gets the offsides call. We do have subs coming in for POFC now. So
coming in here.
Robert Nurmi's coming off, and Jake should be switching out with him, and Brandon Durr is coming off, and I think we're going to see, should be Hunter.
Hunter Milbrot and Jake McKenzie coming on.
I want to make sure, I know for sure Jake. Hunter's got a new haircut since I've seen him last. 25, yeah, that's Hunter.
Yeah, that's Hunter. I think he's got a summer blonde thing going.
Sun-kissed. Kai fall over his head. Flicks it up to deflect it, and International takes another slip as it's going back. Austin collects.
Still 0-0. We are in the 34th minute.
With some water break time.
That's true. We did have some.
Up to Hunter for his first touch and shoulder to the ground. Quick call.
Hunter. I hope he took the nose ring out when he hits that. When he hits that crumb, you know. He's scratching his ear or something there. He's got, maybe he took a rug burn as he went down.
McKenzie on to Eli Gish, gets it through too, but another International's waiting to block him off. And he's going to get the call, so it's honestly better than a goal kick. It's further back and closer to the side. Him trying to get around it. Keeper plays it short, back to the keeper. Should switch it quickly here, but goes through the middle and has to put a long ball up. Kai Fall tracking underneath, gets the first head on it. Back to Liam Miller, moves it up to Hunter. Hunter tries to control, but just flips it over him. International's looking for runners through. Gets around one, has an overlap on the left side and uses it. Jeremy Ford goes to pressure, stays in front of it, doesn't let him serve. Trying to move it back to the top of the box. Give and go doesn't work. Ford is there to clear it. Dom steps up, flicks it on, hopefully for Jake to run onto. But International pushes it all the way back. Jake to pressure, flips it up. Oh, wow. Eli Gish sees that.
Oh, man.
Eli Gish sees that International wasn't moving very quickly, moves up for it, and a late challenge from International.
That's got to be a yellow. How do you not call the yellow on that?
I think it's because it's a friendly. I
Would that
think
be
because
his
it's a
second
friendly.
yellow?
That's the only thing I can think.
Too friendly.
Connor and
Too
Hunter
friendly.
play small ball. Gish comes over to support. He has Kai Fall up on the line, but touched out of bounds by International before play could develop.
Somebody could get hurt getting shoved in the back like that. So, friendly or not, I really think you got to whip out the card on a call like that.
He did give him a talking to.
Yeah, he did. But, you know.
Jake flicks it forward. Kai Fall pushes it over to Jeremy Ford, who's up from the back position. This could be a counter from International, but POFC tries to slow it down. International's pushing two on the right side with it really their only attack right now until the rest of the team catches up. One left, one right now, but International's going to hold in the center, look for something else to develop. Small ball in the center, POFC miscommunication between two of them, and it ends up staying with International.
Nobody up
Oh,
there.
wow. Kai Fall quickly.
Kai
in.
dunks on him.
Austin calls him off before he has to try and deal with it, so that Austin
I love
can
that kind of
collect.
defensive play.
Just in time
You
logistics.
dunk on the guy's cross like that.
And Miller slides it up to Connor. Connor's got Jake running on, sees him, but just can't get it past the central defense. It was a great run, diagonal run by Jake to stay on sides. It was going to be definitely an on ball. Jake continues to pressure the keeper. Keeper's just got to put it out of bounds.
Yeah. Good pressure. McKenzie?
Yes. Jake McKenzie to pressure. Started it off with the run with Connor trying to get it through to him, but continued to work on the play to challenge the keeper.
We got another sub coming in? No.
We did.
Or did we?
Yeah, Derek Schaefer just went out, and it looks like we've got Luis Zazueta.
Zazueta.
And his first
Luis.
touch here puts it up to Eli Gish. Eli looks for Jake moving on the left. International looks for a
Down
quick
the
counter up that
side,
right
nobody
side.
there.
Porter's on.
Porter.
Tries to touch it back to Austin. Weak touch, but is still on top of it. Liam Miller in support. Gish back, pushes it back out to Luis and just knocks it up. Gish underneath it, but pushed past him. 2 runners on by International. Broken up by POFC. Small ball triangle in the middle,
kind
but
of a
not out of
dangerous-
trouble.
Dangerous place to play small ball. Maybe might want to clear that.
Hunter finds Kai on the left side. Jake's open on his left side, but just didn't pick his head up. Connor looks to find Jake, but slides it past him out of bounds for a white throw.
That was kind of a bad pass. I don't think he would have made that pass at night. I think he uses sound waves at night like a bat with the lights on.
Oh, finds an open run in the middle. Miller goes down, does get a touch on it. Dangerous play in the box if you don't know what you're doing, but Liam Miller knows what he's doing. Comes back out for a shot by International.
Over the top.
Half volley comes off the left side of his foot, and he pushes it left and high as he's leaning back.
How do you say good job in Italian? Bueno.
Bravissimo.
Bravissimo. Bravissimo, senor
No.
Liam.
Okay.
Anyway, good job, Liam. He's just back from Italy, so want to ease him back into our culture.
Eli Gish. No, that was Jeremy Ford's moved up to the right winger position as Derek Schaefer had come out. Controlled by Luis. Luis in space. Finds Jeremy Ford on the right. Moves past one, looking for the open center. Connor floating in space. And
Yeah, you got it.
ball bounces back to
That's gonna be a
Luis.
PK.
Luis controls it and gets hit from behind, goes down in the box, and it's an immediate call for the penalty kick.
For the penalty kick. The goalie's going to see if he can bring some powers of persuasion to bear, but I don't think he's going to have any success.
No, but
Call is the call.
studies done showing that the goalkeeper either starting out there looking bigger or moving past the kickers they're setting up can provide some psychological advantage. He is 6'1" ¾
Let's see if Connor can put this in the old onion bag.
with the wind. He's going right. He went left and he scores it. That's why I'm up here and Connor the Barbarian is on the field.
There's a close-up. You can never see too much
The tall
of the
keeper
Barbarian.
waited for the shot to be taken to go after it, but it was a well-taken penalty just in the left side netting. On the ground, keeper couldn't get to it,
Beautiful.
waiting for it.
He is known by many names. The Red Baron, El Barbero, Connor the Barbarian.
And in the 41st minute, scores the first goal of the game to put POFC up 1-0.
1-0. And who took the hit for the team? Who was it that took it?
That was Luis.
Luis.
That was his third touch on the ball, coming up from the right back position. Continued
Crowd
the
goes
attack.
wild. I think we should also thank Luis for taking that hit.
Absolutely. It was a great job by Gish on the side to come back. Looked for Connor in the center, and it was pushed out, and that's when Luis took the ball. Movement inside by International, looking for some open space, but finds the left side wide open. Luis has to go out to shut it down. Does get a shot towards goal, well covered by Austin Valdez.
It'll be a corner. I think Austin got a fingertip
Austin
on it.
got enough on it to make sure that it was going up and over the goal. It'll be International's, I believe, first corner kick.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this this season where we score and then not too much time passes and equalizer. Our opponent hits an equalizer.
It's an exciting time when you score, Dave.
Yeah. So let's hope I didn't jinx it just now. There it is.
Asking for some, oh, right. Well, Dave.
There you go.
On the first corner kick, International puts it to the back post, and their tall number 33 goes up in the air unchallenged and puts a perfect head on it.
I blame
into the
myself.
back right of the goal. And
Blame
despite
me.
all of that,
All my fault.
it is Dave's fault.
1-1. Next time, just kick me so I don't jinx it that way.
POFC will look to pull the momentum back, and after the kickoff, look to walk down the field and see if they can get a shot on goal. Hope you see what I'm doing there, Dave.
I see what you're doing there.
Connor flicks it up to running on Jake, flicked back to the keeper from the head. And controlled there, down pressuring him, keeper to pick it up to restart the play. Swift kick by the keeper. Liam goes up, flicks it up. Luis underneath it, pops it back to the center. Hunter's trying to bring it down to play over to Eli Gish. Round one or round two. Flicks to find Jake in the back. Has Kai in support, but Gish overlapping in the center. Switches play, looks for the left wing to Dom. Onto his foot. Dom, beautiful turn in front of his defender. Keeper comes out. Dom's chip over the keeper. Keeper just gets enough on it to put it back into Dom's chest, off of Dom's chest, and out of bounds for a goal kick. But my goodness, the turn from Dom after the cross, the one-touch turn, turns around his defender into the box, puts him immediately on goal, was just gorgeous. We've got 4 up on the POFC bench warming up. Connor steps in front of that after the goal kick, put it out of bounds to slow him down a little bit, but read that from a long way out. Kai steps hard. Hunter's got to cover the back left side. Luis is underneath it in the center. Pops it up to Eli Gish. Eli tries to head it on, but it's still in between a lot of international players. They put one run on the right, again around that right side, on the goal. Liam Miller comes in he has to collect it and pokes it away. Whew. Well defended after getting beat.
Cleaning it up.
Beat on the right side, and again, Liam comes over to clean it up. Hunter steps in front of that one. Connor steps in front of that one. Eli Gish leaves it for Luis. Luis brings it up and is looking for runners, but is taken off the ball by International. International has support to the left, and they're going to look to serve it to the middle. Looking for an opening shot, but that's tough around Hunter. Tries to put it through Porter, but Porter's not having it. Connor looks for...
Clears it.
Dom, cleared off, comes over to Jake in a lot of space. He's going to take up the space and look for his runners in the center. Connor's going to overlap. Puts it on to Dom as one to beat. Didn't see him coming. Still controls between Connor and Dom. They're looking for an opening for a shot. Comes to Jake in the middle. Does find the shot. Clipped off of an international player for a corner kick.
Corner kick. Some good composure in front of the net, though. You got to
really
give
was
him that.
Good touches on the ball and composure to keep the attack going and to really look to get around International to find some type of a shot on goal.
Yeah,
Jake had the left side.
One, yeah.
Jake had found himself in the center, had the left side of the goal open, and looks to touch it there. And one of the Internationals, just got enough of a foot on it to put it out for a corner.
Who's going to do the honors here?
Should be Ford. Ford sends it in. Luis on the front post. Dom's trying to clear up the trash in the back with Kai in support. Sporting just clears it. One running on. Porter flicks it up to Liam. Liam's just going to touch it upfield, but not out of trouble yet. Didn't get as far as he wanted to. And
unforced error. A little slip on the cork crumb. The cork crumb is kind of our friend.
It's warm and dry.
Yeah,
if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to take you a little while. Mistouched by Gish over to Luis. Connor takes a hit to the ankle, holding his left shin. No call on the play. Connor stays down while International continues the attack on the left side. Liam Miller's there, pushes him off the ball. Ref says play on. Connor's up now.
Tit for tat. You're not going to call that on the Loudon going down. You definitely
something red.
We got
straight red card.
I missed that.
Liam Miller was hit in the head goes down. Straight red
I
card.
did not catch that. I was following the action. Apparently, we had a straight red.
Behind the play, retaliation from International against
You
Liam
gotta
Miller.
believe that had he called that foul when Connor went down, that retaliation wouldn't have happened, and he let that go, which led to the flaring of tempers and the appearance of the red card.
Straight red and friendly,
Straight
Dave.
red.
Straight
I've
red
seen
and
it all
friendly.
now. And you know, Liam, he's an angel. He would never do anything or say anything or trash talk in any way to provoke that. So that red card is well deserved, I'm sure. You know, not only is it a contact sport, it's also a psychological attack, don't you think?
Every single game.
Every single game, there's a psychology that goes on.
It's a game of 1,000 games. Every time you get a ball in between you
Yeah.
and Kai Fall looking to turn it back upfield to put service into the middle.
So there
Goes
we
out
are.
for a goal kick. Goal kick doesn't happen. Whistle blows for halftime in the 49th minute.
Yep, halftime. Let's see. The international players are asking the ref to revisit his judgment on that, but he whipped that red card out right away. So we're going to catch you in the second half. We're at a 1-1 score. Good action here on DAVEspn.
He took a dive straight into the final bus. That's 18 months.
He was 18 months on the floor. Now he had another thing. And he just like got up and started.
He's like, later. I had to do it.
And I'm sitting there like, I'm just gonna go. And I started laughing. Yeah, come back up. I know he went. And Paul's like, he jumped in and got him.
He sank to the bottom.
He was so crying.
All right, we're back. Halftime is over. We have a change in the lineup. Up top, 24. Is that Seamus?
That's going to be
Seamus is going to play up top. Summer League, semi-pro ball at its finest. Guys get to experiment and have a lot of fun. Great competition, carnival atmosphere. You gotta love POFC soccer.
Caleb Gilbert's come in. Devano's on the field. Colby Juarez. Zach's
and
on the
Pete
field.
is in.
Aiden Harvey in the back along with Alex Stars. This almost looks like they're starting going to be their starting lineup from last week. So the traditional starting lineup.
Okay.
So a little tune-up after this. Quick slip by Aiden Harvey, but touched out by a white blue throw. All the way into Zach Kahn.
Zach Kahn.
As Gilbert in support, handball as Devano touches it over to Gilbert. Handball by International. Did you count the number of white shirts on the field?
I did not. Did you?
I have not yet.
I don't know if I can count that high while I'm filming here, so maybe you try.
Looks like we got 9 white shirts and 1 dark blue shirt.
Okay. So they're a man down because of the red. If I had multiple cameras and a production truck, we might be able to replay that red card drama, but you'll just have to use your imagination.
Oh, we're looking to set up a full reenactment after the game,
Okay,
Dave. So
all
we'll
flicked on beautifully by Devano.
Johnson looking to beat 1, finding the room for the shot. Has to get around 2 now. Does find the opening. Touched away by the sliding International player. Out for a corner kick.
Out for a corner.
The second defender who came over to help out the first that was getting beat, and then as the keeper stepped
no
up.
corner.
No corner.
What are they calling?
I saw the flag.
Maybe it was offsides or something.
Assistant
I don't know
ref.
how you could call offsides on that.
Yeah, he did have the ball. Assistant ref did point to the corner
the
flag,
ball.
but waved off by center maybe. Restarted up the left side for International. Closed down. Seamus Miller touches it out of bounds. P was there, Johnson was there, Miller was there, and Aiden was waiting.
So who we got in the middle
Get
now?
through.
We got Seamus,
Seamus is on the right
Colby,
back.
Juarez,
So he should have
Zach Kahn. Who else through
So
that middle?
Through the middle, he should have Derek Johnson, Zach, and Colby. Devano's holding up the left side with Pete up top. Seamus Miller's actually playing right back, but has been pushing up hard on the wing as Devano controls. Looks to put Pete on, but Pete has to try to avoid the international player. International gets to it first and puts it out of bounds. Again, you can see Seamus floating over here in the open green space on the right, looking for any switch plays.
So in the back, looks like Alex Torres is back there too.
Got Torres, you got, now it looks like his...
Torres is 22.
Yeah, Porter's moved over to the left, but Caleb Gilbert is on the field. He's usually on the left side, but he's possibly left winger.
That's Harvey with the diagonal boot looking for Devano.
The Harvey to Devano express there, coming from the backside with Devano's crossing runs.
Nice hustle. Now it's out.
Gilbert looks to put it up the line to Pete. It's touched out. Back to Porter, who stays on the field after half. Up to Derek Johnson. Johnson looks to flick it on to Caleb, but intercepted by the head. Does get it through onto Pete. Pete puts Devano on. Devano around one. Push down, and not going to get the call. Well, he is going to get the call. He's pointing at the spot, but now we've got. There's also
a goal kick. He's pointing to the goalie for a goal kick, not for a penalty
pointing to the goal kick. There was also, it looked like an offsides flag that might have gone up, which is impossible, but Seamus Miller flicks it up and over, run into, and does get a quick call. They're going to talk about it, the shape of the ball and the angle of the sun at this point in time. Referee comes in to, actually looks like he agrees with Seamus. So Seamus wins that argument.
I think that was Seamus. The Miller boys are ruffling some feathers out there. Hey, this is supposed to be a friendly, but we're seeing some chippy behavior.
Derek Johnson on the ball. Colby's going to float up top to take the trash. 5-6 in for POFC to attack. Going to put it back towards the back post. Puts it on. Goalkeeper comes out and actually handles it well. Quick kick out for a restart and a counter, but just nobody there. Jordan Haddon, who's taking over for Austin, steps up out of his box to play the ball back up to Torres. Zach Kahn back to Porter. Porter has Caleb in support, but decides to go change the field of play. Torres puts it up the middle looking for Pete. Intercepted, but Pete's able to come back and collect and reset back to Torres. Zach makes a check run again. Quick slip, but recovers. Up to Gilbert. Gilbert between two, but takes it back to Porter. Porter looks for Alex. Alex has Seamus way up on the right, asking for the ball up. And again, quick kick from Aiden Harvey. Pete flicks it on to help it up over to Devano, but linesman says Devano cheated.
Offsides.
You get cheated, you get called.
We're going to have a little talk here. Ref is noticing some heated play between these two. Wants to nip it in the bud.
Is it? If they hug, I will be surprised. Maybe a handshake, Dave.
Maybe the ref's from out of town and he's like, hey, where can I get some soft serve ice cream after the match? And they're saying, I don't know, ref.
Ref does try to keep it in the bounds of play with a friendly game. They shake hands and gets a quick clap from the crowd.
And get yourself an ice cream cone later.
Zach steps in front of the
Zach Kahn.
Kick, finds Devano after a pinball up. Has Caleb overlapping and Johnson running on. Johnson one touch to Pete. Pete off the chest, flicks it up, trying to look back for Johnson. Finds it, takes a one touch and then a shot.
Wide right.
And spins off the outside right of his foot up and out of play for a goal kick. That ball's not coming back real soon. As the ref points to the goalkeeper and says, no, you've got another one right there.
One to one early in the second half.
Keeper puts it back in play. Johnson steps in front of it, puts it directly to Pete. Pete looks for the runner on the right. and ends up
Nobody's
having to
there.
go try to get it himself. Johnson had underlapped with him back to the center and supported Devano, and as Pete looked for the open space and found somebody that might have should have been there. Just didn't happen. Internationals looking to take it out of their defensive third. And POFC looks to trap him back there.
So International, there we go. I was just about to say, are they going to work it through their midfield or are they going to boom it downfield? And as if to read my mind, they boom it downfield. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to tell International that they should score quickly in this dangerous part of the game right after halftime.
At this point, Dave, everybody, literally everybody appreciates that. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not
Caleb
going to say
around
anything
one.
about that.
Puts Pete on the line, has to beat, but International's there to put another ball into the next
realm
potato
of-
field.
That's the realm of the soccer gods. When you boot it into the trees like that, it's an offering. We got a sub coming in.
Early sub for International.
Is that the guy that got the red?
I don't think the guy that got the red is coming
I
back
don't
on the
think
field.
he's allowed to come back in. but
Pete makes a
there's
good
Pete
turn,
with the
finds a
beautiful
crossball. Seamus is there.
Yeah!
Keeper.
With the spin, Pete the Heat with that patented spin. I taught him that in pillow soccer on the living room floor. And Johnson, was that Johnson?
No, off the throw in. Pete makes a spin, finds a baseline, puts it back across the goal. The goalkeeper thinks that it's a.
Who scored?
The goalkeeper didn't think anybody was there, but Seamus coming from the back right position moves up and steps up from almost as far back as the 18.
So who scored?
Seamus Miller.
Seamus.
When I said Seamus stepped up,
All
put the
right.
ball in the back of the net, typically
You
that's a
know,
score.
I'm glad you're here because I just got this tiny view screen. I can't tell what's going on.
I
Only thing
wanted
I
to-
can do
I
is
wanted to tell everybody
make
the whole play.
wisecracks and try to jinx the game.
I had this whole thing put together.
2-1.
55th minute.
So Pete.
Way too much
to
fun.
Seamus.
Pete with a move. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
He's got that move, that little spin move, and anybody who's played with him for any amount of time knows about that. But we're going to keep it quiet, and we're not going to say any more about it here on DAVEspn. The enemy could be watching.
Sporting looking to take momentum back quickly. Caleb gets it out of trouble to Zach. He's taken down inside his own box, and referee doesn't allow the play on there.
Yeah,
Did
Zach
have-
wanted advantage, I guess, or something.
Too many people back, and ref wanted to call that one.
2-1.
Short to Porter. Porter up to Zach. Zach has Caleb in support, but finds Devano over a
Devano lays
1-2
it
go.
back.
International gets in the
Step
way and is going to look to control from there. Tries to get it through Colby and Aiden and Zach, and they're still on the ball. Pushes it out to the right. Gilbert's got to step up.
There we
takes it off
go.
him.
That's how we do right there, Gilbert.
Gilbert again with the ball. Looks up the line, but has Zach in support. Zach moves it over to Colby, but just slips
looking
it
for
past him.
Colby to.
Just a little out in front.
Gilbert with the great defensive play over there.
I'm trying to see if we've actually got, it almost looks like 5 in the back. Harvey chested down, wins the 50-50 ball, goes to a Sporting, bounces to a Sporting player, and they're looking to reset it to the center. Switch field of play and put the ball through. Gilbert is on to pressure. Open shot. Oh, wow. Finds the back of the net. Touches it around Gilbert, takes a left-footed shot, spinning away from Jordan Haddon, and just can't get there before it slips inside the edge of, just inside the post of the goal. That was a tough one.
That was from distance. 2-2 now. Have we changed the scoreboard yet? No, but it is 2-2.
In the
Trust me on that.
57th minute,
In the 57th minute.
International brings it back even. PO looks to restart on that left side and plays it through 3. Zach Kahn switches it up, has Seamus running onto it. International flicks it up and over, but is looking to control there. Puts it up the line and tries to get it out of the trap. Trouble with Zach stepping forward to it. Pete wins the 50-50 ball, bounces back to Seamus Miller, and eventually Colby controls this. He's probably going to drop it to Aiden Harvey over on the right side. Aiden's going to look for Devano over on the left, but finds Zach in the center with a triangle with Colby. Pushes it back to Porter to switch play. Devano comes back for the check run, dummies it up to Pete, touches up, looks for Johnson running through. Johnson has to control it. He's elbowed from behind. The elbow came up off of the player, so you could really see him pushing Derek Johnson down, and so it's going to be a good opportunity for POFC.
This is a great spot
to take a shot at this.
Let's go, Mike.
So wind's going slightly against him. So the ball will hang a little bit.
See if Devano can add to his record-setting goal scoring stats for POFC.
And I want to see
what's he up to now? 33 goals in 2 seasons? Seriously, that's what he's up to.
It is. I'd love to see a direct shot here and not any trickery. On the right side, tries to get it there, but bounce it off the wall.
He hit the ugliest guy in the lineup, and it goes out for a blue throw.
So you usually aim for.
I like that strategy.
Short ball to Colby, back to Seamus. Back to Colby, back to Seamus. Seamus finds a little open space, finds open in the middle. Zach takes a swing at it, but just skips off his foot. Devano running on to try to control it, but International is going to look to counter, but ends up getting a call, getting it called back for Devano shoulder into International. It's going to be a free kick.
Kind of a strategic professional foul there, I would say. What do you think? Trying to stop the counter punch?
If you are accusing Mike Devano of strategery, then I think you would be correct. Long kick up from the back line. Tried to flick on. POFC defense calls it off. Headed back to Jordan. Jordan quickly out to Harvey. Harvey again looking for Devano. Devano hadn't started a run yet, but finds Zach Kahn in open space. Flicks it up over the line. Devano controls in space on the left side. Has 3 in the center. Looks for 1, looks for 2. Pass on to Pete. Pete's in between 3 and just tries to get it off his foot to the left side of the goal. Good idea after getting collected by Johnson. Moved on to Radovich. Radovich between 3 just to try to get a shot off there. At Seamus again, moving to the
left, back to the left.
Yeah.
All right.
Seamus again charging on that far post. Hustle Johnson pokes it away to Radovich.
Johnson
Has Devano up. Oh!
Takes it away.
Goes for the high probability shot at the other side of the goal. Keeper just covers it well enough and slides it past the right post out for a
Good
goal
opportunity
kick.
created by Johnson.
Johnson hustles up, poke checks it away to Pete Radovich. Radovich finds Devano running on, and Devano with maybe a 1-2 touch there. Takes the correct shot, but just slightly off frame. Colby underneath it over him. Seamus is going to control in the center, but goes back to International. International takes it back.
Handball.
It's a late call on Johnson for a handball. International starts it quickly, moves it to the left side, tries to keep it in bounds.
Gilbert kept him on there.
International still pressuring in the center. Resetting it, has opportunities to the left.
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark.
Shot off of Aiden Harvey, bounces back to the shooter, takes another shot, just wildly swinging.
Oh, was that Aiden? It hit Aiden?
Looked like it hit Aiden.
Okay, well, they're probably going to need a new ball. The thing's probably misshapen if it hit Aiden.
Zach in the center, touches it out to Aiden Harvey. Aiden Harvey's got Seamus on the right, Colby in the center, and not many runs. Devano now lifts his hand on the left side, finds Pete through the middle, has Johnson running on, and Seamus on the right. Weak pass to Seamus, and Seamus just can't get there before International goes down and takes the ball away. A little bit stronger touch out to Seamus, and they're still off and running. Good idea, though, and good movement. International's keeper clears it out. Harvey given a push underneath it, so ends up flicking behind him. Still on. Wild shot again from 42, International.
Off to the right.
Puts it well wide, almost for a throw-in, but ends up for a goal kick. But yeah, Harvey was tracking underneath it, got pushed off the ball forward, and ends up flicking it behind for International to run onto. Check run from Mike in open space in the center, finds it, picked his head up and looked for Seamus on the right side, but lays it off to Harvey. Harvey again has Pete and Seamus in support, finds Seamus, has 2 to beat if he wants to, cuts it back to the middle to get through 2, and switches it over to Johnson. Johnson controls 1 touch, has 1 to beat for a shot, brings it into the middle, finds Devano, magic from Devano in the center, still going, and kicks it off and decides he doesn't want to score the goal, kicks it off an International player and decides to take the corner kick. Wow, quick footwork by Devano in between 3 Sporting players to eventually get a shot towards goal. Johnson started that off by pushing it into the middle. It looks like Devano's on to take the corner kick. Goes back post. Sporting with the first one. Colby 1 touches it down and is looking for a half volley. Takes it off Sporting again, and Devano will retry a corner kick. We need to all yell Olympico right about now. This keeper stays back. I might think, even though Mike's got the wind against him, so the wind's going to push the ball out of the net. There's the close ball again towards the near post, and then he's going to get to try it one more time.
3rd time's the charm.
This time he's going to put it to the back post at the top of the 6.
Is that your prediction,
That's
Doctor?
my prediction. That's
Okay.
where he's going to look for Aiden Harvey, who's going to float around in there, lose his man, put a head on the ball, and put it into the back of the net on the back post. He's not going to put it back where it came from. He will put it on the right side of the goal.
See a little gymnastic action from Devano there. You see that hop over the fence?
He's spry,
He's
Dave.
not just a pretty
He's
face,
spry.
that guy. He's got some ability.
And they go short.
They go short.
Johnson to Devano. Devano flicks it back to Johnson. Johnson looking to serve to the center. Low ball cleared out by Sporting. Sporting is probably going to look to run here. They've only got 2 on attack. Porter pushes him back with Colby slowing the play. Does get it around, so Alex Torres is one-on-one with as last man of defense. Running onto the ball, Jordan comes out and is cleared out. There's a play on. Sporting remains down. Switches it over to Devano. POFC is going to continue the attack. Has Johnson on the left side, running wing. Gets past the 1 man, puts it into the box. Sporting gets back around, finds Pete wide open in the middle. Collects the ball, but the keeper's there to take it off his feet.
Man.
What a 1, 2,
Great
3 quick
counterpunch.
play.
Goalie smartly smothered that ball before Pete could tap it in.
Gilbert to control. Ends up being run into from behind. Awarded the kick. International's getting a little chippy at this point. Wants a couple more calls to go their way. Up to Devano on the left. Devano has 2 pressuring. Immediately flicks it into the back post and just slides it past Harvey running onto it.
There you go, kick. We are in the 67th minute.
There's going to be a hydration break on the goal kick.
Hydration break, not a minute
Before
too
the goal
soon
kick.
for Dave. Yeah. All right, we'll catch you after we wet our whistle. Here we are back during the hydration break. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Always a good time, win or lose or tie here at Port Orchard. Players are taking the field after a hydration break. Let's see, in the last 20 minutes or so, if we can pull out a victory. We're back.
Well hydrated and ready to start back off.
Hydrated and entertained.
Wow.
By the young Sir Mullet at the hydration break, who put one in the net for everybody. We got a foul called. Gilbert gonna run that up the side.
Pushes it on for
Up to
Devano. Devano between two, looks for the surface across.
Get a corner out of that. I think he does get a corner out of that.
I think that might be a throw-in.
A throw-in? Okay.
I don't think it went quite as far as we wanted it to. Into Pete. Pete looks to turn around one. And is well warded with the call.
Down. Let's see. Take it, Pete. Take it.
Let's go, Pete! Let's go, Pete!
Off the throw-in, Pete looks to make the turn. Is tugged down from behind.
And the yellow.
Is awarded the penalty kick and yellow card directly after.
Yeah, good.
At this point, the referee and international are comparing size of biceps. The referee says mine are bigger, so here's a yellow card. Again, 6'1" 3/4 goalkeeper is out to ask him what's going to happen.
Oh, he's tried a little psychology here on,
He absolutely
on the
is.
shooter.
Absolutely
Coming
is.
out to tell the shooter, it's got to stay on that dot. Don't move it off that dot. As if the shooter hasn't been playing soccer since he was 5.
Pete lines it up.
Let's see here.
Looks for where it's going to go. Keeper guesses wrong. Well executed penalty. Bulges the onion bag. Pete Radovich.
He's got an assist and a goal.
He did the work.
He did the work. He took the hit.
He took the shot.
Yeah. And took the shot and made it. Good job.
Gets the payoff. Into the 73rd minute, POFC retakes the lead at 3-2.
Penalty kick goal scored in the 73rd minute for POFC by number 18, Peter Radovich.
All right.
Oh, finds a runner through,
That's
but
offsides. Yeah.
the reason he was so open is because he was offsides. It was a good run through, though. International was looking to, again, capitalize quickly. Short play out to Torres. Torres brings it up into space. It's met by a bit of a wall over to Aiden. Aiden's really only got Jordan Haddon back. Back to Aiden.
Oh,
Rolls out of bounds.
out of bounds. That's an unfortunate mistake there, but it's 3-2. We're in the 74th minute of a 90-minute match, plus any stoppage. There's Harvey getting his head on it. And he's going to pop that way up in the air. If you're a witch with ruby red slippers, you got to watch out when that thing comes down. It's going to be a white throw.
We've got a couple of substitutions. It looks like Porter's off and Hunter Milbrod is in. Jake's on also.
Did they just substitute just now?
I think it was during the
hydration break. Okay.
either during the hydration break or during the after goal celebrations.
Okay, I did not catch that.
25. There's Hunter and Gilbert teaming up for a stop. Aiden Harvey pressured by 2, gets a toe on it, but still into International. International has a runner on the left, but just in front of him, curling away out for a goal kick. We have 2 more warming up on POFC. It looks like Luis and Liam.
over there.
I see Connor's already got into flip-flops, slides, slippers.
Where's Connor? Oh, he's over there in flip-flops, huh? Okay. Ball's back in play. Gilbert flips it on to Devano.
Devano's got Pete up the line, ends up going through one. Has Pete still running on, tries to lay it off for Pete, just gets tangled up in an international feet. McKenzie to pressure, makes him go out wide. Pete's right on top of him, making him go backwards. Wow. International immediately falls to the ground. Shields the ball off to Devano and continues to try to bring it up and finds a little bit of space. 1-2 in the center by International with Zach pressure. Again, watch that left runner. International's got to move it back to the center. Still looking for a through ball right now. Seamus is keeping an eye on it and does a diagonal run. Caleb Gilbert to shut him down on that far side. And ball goes out for a goal kick. International calls for a little bit of
They're trying to
hand fighting there.
Yeah, create a little drama, but it's kind of 50-50 with the grabbing.
Up to Gilbert. Wow, a hard challenge from International. Does get to the ball first, but has to go through Gilbert to do it. And ref allows the substitution for POFC. So Seamus starts his way over to the bench. So we're going to get at least one defense. And it looks like Torres as well. So Liam Miller is coming on as well as Luis Zazueta.
So Liam's coming on for Torres. And who's the blonde in the center back?
That's Hunter Milbrot.
Oh, that's Milbrot. That's right. Okay.
Throw it in, or kicks back to Hunter, switches it over to Aiden Harvey in space. Up to Colby. Pete turns it up in between three. Pushed hard from behind. The ref immediately goes for the whistle. And really a full arm extension push of Pete Radovich.
That's a yellow! That's a yellow! Unnecessary delay!
Interfering with the kick within 10 yards after the...
There's only one team out there treating this like a friendly. The international team seems to think this is life and death. They are arguing every call. And of course, if the referee changes a call after being lobbied by some players, that way lies madness. You will never hear the end of it if you're a ref and you change your call after some crybaby comments by the opposing squad. So you might as well just get in position.
Colby's on top of it. Looks like
another yellow on the goalie. For what reason? Was that potty mouth? Maybe some potty mouth.
Highly likely the goalkeeper respectfully disagreed with the referee, but took his comments a little bit far.
Yeah.
Colby's still on the ball. Pio's pressuring with, looks like 6.
I'm not really seeing any, like horribly errant calls by the ref. Are you?
Not at all.
I mean,
has kept the game in hand.
He's kept the game in hand, and his calls have been reasonable.
Flow's been good. Has not held it up. Hunter holds 42 off and gets in front of the cross, but International wins a corner kick. Now they've scored on a corner kick before. So
don't jinx it.
No, I just want to let Liam know that so that he gets on number 33 who he needs to put a body on, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. In close. Do not let them get any space in between. I'd like to see Harvey on 42 vice Luis, but short in, goes for the near post. Sporting gets a head on it, but pushes it wide. It looked like a practiced play. And Milbrot on the ball for the goal kick. Short to Colby, back to, and has Liam out to the left, but Colby opened up space. Drags it back in between three, finds Zach to split the defense, and Zach has a little bit of room, moves it out to Aiden Harvey on the right, has Luis up on the right, but finds Jake in the center. Again, good movement. Pete moving forward, floating in the center. Dummy runs it looking for Colby, but intercepted by Sporting. Caleb Gilbert tries a back flick onto Devano up the line, doesn't work, and has to recover. Just an extra collision between two blue players while White had the ball. It's probably an okay call. But call on POFC. Flicks it up and over. 42's on. Now the flag comes up. Again, slight hesitation to the flag. That was the only person that could have gotten to it, so it's not like you let that play continue to go. But flag does come up. Hunter Milbrot drops it back to Jordan, who steps to the top of his box. Has Aiden in support. We'll probably put it high. Does put it high, looking for Pete. But International gets there first. Controls it in the center. And is looking for some type of movement through. There's one flip through. Hunter's on it to poke it away. International still controls. International drags it back and puts it over to their left side, but well behind the player who was running 19, who was running the line. Luis to take the throw in. Zach has movement to be able to run in, but ends up going to Hunter Milbrot. Has a switch to Liam as well as Zach sitting in the center. Ends up using Liam on the left. Liam controls. Devano comes back. As Devano comes back, gives Gilbert a run forward. Devano trailing the play. Oh, and just takes a hard touch. Had some space.
Gilbert trailing the play.
One to two to beat. But takes it hard. Keeper with a good flick punt out. Liam with a head on it. Colby tries to push it around to Sporting. Sporting reaches out with a hand. POFC gets the ball. Sporting again takes exception and pulls another yellow card.
Wow, International just can't seem to control their tongue.
Well, maybe it's a friendly and the yellow cards don't count for the regular season.
So. Yeah, that's a good point. Spoken like somebody who's been there, huh?
It's like, if you're going to get a yellow card, this is a free one.
That's true. I did not think of that, but I'm not as clever as you.
Colby has Zach as well as Aiden Harvey to support, but they switch play over to Devano's side. Devano takes a hard touch, but ends up collecting the ball. Beats one, beats two. Tries to get around two. The other one gets back, still on the ball. Open shot, hits the top corner of the net. Was that in? No. That was just unfortunate woodwork. You would not believe we were at home. That woodwork is supposed to deflect that ball directly into the back of the net when we're on our home turf. International looks to counter quickly. Pulled off the ball by Zach, and International's going to get a quick spot call. International kicks it quickly first off the referee. Referee decides, no, try it again. You kind of missed it. It just barely hit me. International puts at least 6 into the box. Chip up, low chip, quickly knotted down, and if POFC can put this together, International is out of position. But just in front of Devano, and his first touch, I don't think he even touched it before it was already out of bounds.
Got some subs coming in now. Somebody going out.
Gilbert's
going out.
Gilbert steps out.
Coming in.
I think that's probably Ford. Nope, correction. That is Torres is back in.
Torres, Liam gets his head on it.
Pulled down from behind Devano after getting shoved in the back like 4 times. And gets a call. There was at least a
little
friendly
gesture of sportsmanship there.
Yeah, from
International. Those yellow cards are having an effect.
Zach puts it in for Harvey, but directly at the keeper. Keeper goes up and brings it down. Oh no, that was Luis running in from the right. So he's taking over. He's taking over Seamus's spot.
That's going straight out of bounds.
Keeper got a good foot on it, but just didn't go where he wanted to.
Good job for the mini camper.
Moving into the 85th minute. So what?
Luis is going to do the honors here. Look for Pete, maybe? No?
No, give and go with Jake. Gets around one quickly. Jake moving on the right, has him open, puts him on. Jake needs to move to the center. Oh, wow.
Offside.
Flag goes up as he finds Devano running across. And that, if it was offsides, it couldn't have been by much. It was a great idea. After the quick throw in to Jake, Luis just makes one guy miss, moves it up the field.
Still 3-2. We're in the 86th minute.
Torres and Zach to pressure and taken away. Pushed up and again.
Offsides again.
Oh, wow. Reached back as Sporting was going, or as International was going for the ball. Pushes him back into the face. Has a yellow card, but that's going to be a
Second yellow.
Second
He's
yellow.
gone.
It wasn't offside, so it should still be International's kick out of there. It's not going to be a penalty or anything. But they go down to 9 men on the field with in the 87th minute. So
What exactly happened there? Did Mike get hit in the face?
yeah, as Mike was running onto the ball.
It's one thing to get kicked in the shins, right? But you need your face going forward.
He's
in
so
life.
pretty.
You need that face.
He's not one of those guys that looks good with like scars or maybe a missing eye.
Right.
He really needs his face to make it in life.
I've always fancied an eye patch myself, but
We're different people, Dave.
yeah, we are. What do we got here?
Referee wasn't quite ready to restart play, so now the offsides has been moved up to, I don't know, the 30-yard line.
So they took 20 yards on the offsides. A little slip on the cork crumb.
Ball's still bouncing in front of Milbrodt. Eventually, Harvey gets ahead on it, and Torres gets a kick up. He was run into by one of the International players, so a foul is given, and POFC is going to get to push it out. Quick restart by Liam up to Devano. Devano wants to flick it on to Pete. Pete on Pete's foot. As Jake on the right finds Jake. Jake has one to
Jake
beat.
wide
Keeper's
open.
out.
Good field vision
Keeps
here.
moving.
Take it.
Moves it around one. Keeper out, but International moves it out of danger and controls in the backfield. Still now out of their defending half.
Jake tried to pass it to himself, maybe, thinking he could juke.
Aiden Harvey into the back, an International player. Referee wants to give everybody a chance to get a free kick.
Oh, we got a foul there on Mike, maybe, or is that?
It
Torres?
was. Mike was into his back with a late challenge. Not a hard one, but a late challenge.
Yeah.
International's immediately asking for a card. Why isn't that a card?
We got a sub coming in?
Yeah, they're going to put Dominic in, and I would say defuse the situation by taking Devano off the field. And probably a really good call on that.
Yeah.
Only up by one in the 89th minute now.
Have the trainer check his face. He got smacked.
And definitely get out of the sun. Ball low on the ground, and it's in the back of the net. POFC did not recover from that one. International ran onto it. Jordan went down, and International got to it before they did. So with 9 men on the field, ball was put through on the ground. And just, I think everybody was caught napping except Jordan, and Jordan just didn't have an opportunity to stop it. All tied up right in the last 2 minutes of regulation time, Dave.
Man, it's hard to explain that one right there. Hard to explain that.
Zach up to Colby on the kickoff restart. Colby swings it back to the middle, switches play over to Liam. Probably have, I would think, at least 4 minutes of stoppage time, but it is a friendly, so they might not want to let it go too far, especially with as much chippiness.
As
Dom fights through
contentious as it
two,
has been.
puts Pete on. Pete is on sides. International's calling for the offsides, but it's not offsides. Drops it back to the keeper who has to clear it as Jake McKenzie pressures. And really, International cannot pressure. They're going to have to park the bus because they don't have those attackers much anymore. Up to Aiden, up to Colby. Colby got Luis in support, and now back to Aiden Harvey. Harvey's probably going to look for a cross into Liam Miller on the back post. finds him. Liam's going to bring it down first. Actually puts it looking for Jake in the center. International does clear it out and then prevents the POFC player from getting the ball immediately and by getting in his way. To take some more time off the clock as it breaks into the 91st minute. We're in extra time now, Dave. Throw into Liam Miller, who's playing high. Wow.
Oh, Liam got called.
Called for
reaching around and holding his position, boxing him out maybe.
Just too far of a lean back and gets called for it. I expect International to take their time in taking this and put it as far up as they can.
Man, I'm going to have to replay that last goal by International. I'm not sure how that got in there. Seemed like they had a solid line.
Torres steps up, flipped on in a high kick by International. Luis puts it down quickly, Hunter on top of it. Jake McKenzie out to the right and Pete in the center. Looks for Jake on the right in open space. He's going to bring it down. And what
Beautiful control by Jake.
Overlapped by Colby, but finds Luis in the back. Now it finds Colby on the right side. Has one to beat, but ends up trying to give service for Liam running in. Just floats on him and goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
Again, expect this to take about forever to be able to throw it in. Into the 92nd minute now. And as the ball is returned to the field, the keeper then kicks the other ball onto the field to take a little bit longer. Up to Liam Miller to control, pressured by one, moves it to the center. Pete steps back, holds it, looks for an opening, gets around one, gets around two, is pressured, slides it across the goal, and there it is! Jake McKenzie! He's been quiet, but he's always a presence.
There it is! Dom Aloha Bajimola off the assist by Pete the Heat. Pete with that spin move again. And Dom positioned beautifully. We got another red card coming in.
No.
Another red card against both Liam and the International player.
In the 93rd minute, free red cards being handed out on the field.
In the 93rd minute, Dom with the goal. Way to go, Dom. Mahalo, my brother.
I expect on a friendly this ref is going to blow this final whistle quick.
And Pete with the beautiful assist.
On to Dom or Jake?
I think Dom. Didn't Dom score that? Was it? It
Looked
was
like
Jake.
Jake McKenzie running. And there's the whistle as predicted.
Jake. Where's Jake? There he is.
Number 10.
He and Pete. Jake, I gotta apologize to Jake. I thought that was Dom. I love you, Dom, but I guess that was Jake.
Heck of a bang play.
With
Tough
that last
to follow,
goal.
but yeah, Jake.
I was distracted by the shoes.
Jake set up perfectly.
4-3.
It started it off with that beautiful control, one-touch control on the right side, even though the initial cross went over Liam.
So that was Jake McKenzie with the last goal.
Jake McKenzie scores the winner for us.
Well, at least Dom knows how much I'm pulling for him.
Hey, absolutely.
But Jake, beautiful job. Right place, right time. I'm telling you, Pete's got that spin move, and he's got 2 assists off of it today. Beautiful to finally win a match that you got to think we should have won.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they got 2 red cards. There's no excuse for not winning that match. And they did win. So they're going to come over here and get a little love from the crowd, I hope. Let's go, PO! All the fans are going down.
That was a well-fought friendly.
We got a full house here. Everybody's happy. Pulled it out at the end. Very exciting. I'm telling you, you like exciting soccer? Tune in to DAVEspn. Just like ESPN, only, day. So we're going to catch you next time. I'm not sure who the next match is against, but it's a week from now. And I do believe it's a home match. So we will catch you then. Coach is going over there to to talk to the refs for doing such a fine job. All right. Looks like Luis has got some buddies on the other team.
For sure.
Yeah, there you go, Luis. Talk to them about sportsmanship, you know. Good job. So long now. Until next time.